Hello, I'm Cody Konieczki, here with Tom Hall, the assistant coach for Trine's wrestling team. Coach Hall, what brought you into this sport of wrestling?
Well, my entire life, as far as it seems, I've been wrestling. Growing up, my whole family did it. And when I was really young, my cousin started coaching at the local high school, and he brought me into the youth program, and that's kind of where it all started.
How long have you been involved with the sport?
Since about 2001, so about 15, 16 years now.
How long have you been coaching for?
In high school, I started coaching my junior and senior year, just helping out with the youth program after my high school practices. And then when I went into college, I got the opportunity to work with Michigan Extreme, which is a big program based out of Battle Creek, Michigan. So I started coaching there for 4 years, so that'll be 6, and then now here at Trine.
Was there anyone who inspired you to be a coach?
I was actually very lucky. I started wrestling when I was young, and I'd always had really good coaches, and I guess you could say pretty much all of them have inspired me. Every coach kind of brings something new to the table, so it's great to reach out and kind of see what you can gain from different coaches.
Here at Trine, being a coach for the wrestling team, what is a typical week like for you?
Just trying to get my athletes ready for competition, getting their weight down, making sure everything's going good in practice, going over film, correcting mistakes if we can find any, really just trying to get them geared up for that one competition. Some weeks we have 2 competitions, a duel or a tournament, and so it's a little bit different, but we kind of attack each week individually throughout the season and make sure we're really prepping our athletes the best we can.
What is a typical day like for you?
Typical day, come in, check my emails, make sure everything's going good. Usually try and make sure everything's going good with the athletes as well. I spend a lot of time throughout the day working on individual workouts for the athletes, as well as individual technique work that they may need. I watch a lot of film, always trying to learn from our past matches, win or loss. You can always kind of gain a lot from what you're actually doing in competition.
How would you define your coaching style?
Intense. I've always been intense with a lot of the things I do, and I kind of model it after Brent Metcalf, who wrestled for Iowa University. A lot of people know him as a goer, and what I mean by that is he put as many points up on the board as he could and really try to dominate his opponent. I kind of take that aspect and use it in life, and every aspect in life for me. I feel if you're not trying to win as much as you can or almost dominate, then you're not doing it right.
What do you feel your strengths are as a coach?
My strengths as a coach, I feel I do a really good job of breaking down athletes individually and making sure they're improving on what will help them the most. Wrestling's a sport where practically everyone's different. There's no cookie cutter wrestler. Everyone has their own little style and their own little niche, and everyone kind of has a different variation of moves even. I do a really good job at breaking down an individual and making sure that they're doing not only what's right for them, but what will best suit them.
What do you feel your weaknesses are?
My weaknesses, I don't know necessarily if I have weaknesses as a coach. I definitely am learning a lot still. I'm very young, so every day it seems like I learn something new, whether it be how to approach a problem with an athlete or how to gear a workout towards a certain time of year. There's a lot of different variables in coaching, and I honestly feel like I'm always learning.
How has coaching impacted your life?
Oh, it means a lot. Coaching's impacted me a ridiculous amount. It brought me down to Angola, gave me a job. It puts food on the table and a roof over my head. Most importantly, though, it's given me an opportunity to stay around a sport that's given me a ridiculous amount, and it's given me a great opportunity to also give back.
What is rewarding for you personally with being a coach?
I'd say the most rewarding thing about being a coach is being able to watch your athletes grow, and not just physically, but also mentally and spiritually and even emotionally. you grow a pretty strong bond with your athletes throughout the time as you're coaching them, and it's great to see them go on and do great things, bigger things.
What do you hope the athletes you coach get out of your coaching?
If athletes could get probably one thing out of my coaching, I use this quote a lot. A former teammate of mine, Mike Ganser, actually told me it, and it's, on your way to becoming a better wrestler, don't forget to become a better person. I use that quote a lot, and I think it means so much. It's very important to realize that wrestling translates very, very easily into life. A lot of the problems that you encounter in wrestling, you can problem solve with what you've learned and help them solve your problems in life as well. The biggest thing is I want them to become a better person from wrestling. If I coach, I want to teach them to do things right. I feel like that's a very big, I feel like that's a very important part of life, is doing something right. Not everyone does it nowadays, but hopefully with my coaching, get our guys to stick to it.
Why did you decide to be a coach?
I decided to be a coach just to really help people. Going into my senior year of college, I was really hoping for a high All-American honor or a national championship. Needless to say, I didn't quite get there, and it was rough. It put me in a bad spot, put me in a rough spot. I pushed a lot of people away after that and didn't handle everything like I needed to, and didn't really quite get the help because of what I did, and that really made me. I want to make sure none of my athletes ever feel like that. It's hard. It is, but there's a lot more afterwards, and a lot of people have a hard time seeing that. A lot of athletes have a hard time seeing that, and I really want to make sure that nobody ever has that feeling. Now that I'm coaching, I want to make sure that nobody feels the same way I did about my career. So I want to make sure they feel like they did everything they could, and they feel like they had the best opportunity that they could have had.
What does coaching mean to you?
Coaching means a lot of different things to me. It's pretty much just being there when someone needs you. There's like I said earlier, there's a lot of different variables to coaching, and a lot of different things you have to take in. And one of them is knowing your athletes and knowing what they need. Sometimes an athlete will need you to push them. Other days, even other times, they're going to need you to pull off and relax a little bit. Coaching to me means just trying to be there for your athletes and help them become better people and better athletes.